Okay, YouTube. Alright, so what's going on, guys? This is Jeff B. Just doing a quick post-water change video for everybody. I'm going to run through the fish room really quick here. I just want to say hi. This is Bash doing his bashful thing. Bash is Parachromis dovi. He is happy and healthy. Come in probably, I don't know, 10.5 inches, somewhere between 9 and 10.5 inches, I guess. I've never really measured him, but I think it's a fair guess. And he's pretty dope, but I don't want to just show you the side of this pot. So there's his tank. Bash, great. This is a community tank of sorts, at least for now. I rescue fish from around town, so I just score stuff, and after quarantining them and whatever else, if I can't find a place for them, sometimes they stay. Knife fish moment. It's important to just shut up. Okay, cool. So, anyway, that's what's going on here. First, go ahead and talk about the filament barbs. That's what they look like. They got beautiful color. They never get to see them. I'm really stoked. They're actually showing today. I moved the light a little bit. That's probably what's doing it. Filament barbs are fun and lively fish that are very hard to take a photograph of. So if you think you are pretty smooth and have fast enough shutter speed, I suggest some filament barbs. They are pretty rough on each other. That is to say, the boys are definitely pretty rough on the boys. And that's true. So I have a couple gold severums, a little one here, and a larger one that I'm sure will find his way into the picture shortly. I scored these not as rescues technically, but they met a nice couple who are doing all kinds of breeding and keeping fish, and these just weren't fitting in. So this severum is a much bigger buddy over there than these two gold cap pseudo calicos. She said these came from Walmart many moons ago, so I'm pretty stoked on that, to see some Walmart fish have an interesting story to tell instead of just ending up dead in the corner of some Walmart tank like a dead thing. Moving on here. Loaches. That is one of the larger loaches that I have. Three of the larger ones, that is, I scored from a gentleman way out in the boonies. But he was not feeling well, so he passed on some fish to me so I could take care of them, and those are those three larger loaches that I have. So they came in, joined the group, and felt real good. Texas cichlid going on by there, Carpentus. That, as far as the cichlids and fish of the tank, is sort of the boss of the tank. Who else here? Jag. This jag is sort of a jag, and I don't expect I'll keep him, but it was super cheap, so I just got him. And what else is in here? That is leopard cactus pleco, sort of just chilling in the back there. Oh, dull-eyed royal pleco. Little one, got that from Matt at NS Fresh Waters in Oahu. What else? That is the larger of the two gold severums, all severmini. Looking good. Cinnamony. It's all cinnamony. Try and catch some of these guys. So that's what's going on there. What else can we do if we slide around here? Black ghost knifefish tail. You recognize that. You know it. You love it. They're fun fish. That is Geophagus surinamensis. These have great lines. I wish I got 4 of them when I got them, and then nothing survived. That one chased them all over the place, and most of them died. So who's hiding over here? Ellipsifer's in there, but you've seen Ellipsifer. We're not going to make a big deal out of him. There is the blue-eyed redfin pleco, the spooky one, stashed out there. But we're not going to slow down. I got to get that pump going. That's also my particulate filter, and I have to plug it back in after my water change. There's that good shot of that royal. I love royal plecos. They are just rad. Isn't that rad? What a weird thing to have nature to come up with. But we're not going to... Oh, Opu. Oh, Opu is a sleeper goby. Is the only native sleeper goby. We have a couple different gobies, but this is the only sleeper we have. And this is Opu Akupa. Is the Hawaiian name for him. That's just what I call him. He's a badass. He's the secondary boss in this tank for now. There's that cactus pleco staring at us behind. And we're gonna move on. Bash. I got you, Bash. Sucker. And hide for me, boy. Here's my little goofy Brackish tank. And the LEDs make that weird effect, which I don't like. This tank houses 2 dragon gobies and some golden lyre-tailed panda mollies. That's a mouthful. But I dig this. I have this tank just for the dragon gobies, and then I got the mollies because you can't just have 2 ugly things at the bottom of a tank, so they take up some space and are making babies. And where's my baby? There, see? So they're making babies and hanging out and doing their little thing and providing some color to the tank that is pretty much just 2 butt ugly little lizardy type things sitting at the bottom. I dig these fish though, they're fun. Look at that, isn't that ugly? Oh, come on now, don't play that game. Let's just focus, why don't we? There you go. Look at that thing. It's a face only a mother can love. Matter of fact, I hear their mothers don't really care much for them, so I don't know what that means.
Who are you talking to?
I'm making a video, sweetie. Talking to everyone.
Okay.
People all over the place. Anyway, so that's Brackish tank. I like Brackish tank. I gotta get some algae wafers, slacking on that. These are guppies, and the light just burnt out, so you'll just have to trust me, they're really pretty. 55 gallon, we just did a update on that. It is pretty much the same story. Got opaline gourami here, just cruised. I just dumped some bloodworms in here, so everybody's all stoked. Opaline gourami is the secondary bully in this tank. Keeping him in check and in his place is this lovely male Crebensis, which I have found a female for. I just got to get off my ass and go liberate her. What else do we have down here? Panda cories. These pandas are decent. I'm really digging them. They're survivors and they're... Oh, you stop it. They deal well with this substrate. This is kind of older, though, this substrate, so it's really kind of rounded itself out, so they're handling that all fine. I do have my glass catfish. Do something humble, keep something old school. That glass catfish. They really dig their bloodworms. But they'll eat, they do the community pellets from North Fin. They will do bloodworms. They will do little bits of shrimp, not much, little tiny bits if you mince it up. They appreciate that. See if we can get close without scaring them. There. Real cool fish. Anyway, so moving on. Common pleco. I gotta yank him out of here. I decided I don't want him in here anymore. Gotta go bye-bye. Scored that from one of home girls. Had that in her pond or whatever. And then let's see if we can find clown plecos. I got 2 in here somewhere. One very young, one very not so young. So we'll see if they will catch up to each other and spawn, and then we're just gonna cut out on this tank. So then let's talk about purple. Purple's my guy. Purple's your guy. Purple's a badass. Purple is a red chili flower horn. Sold to me as a red chili flower horn. Purple is a sizable fish. Here is my adult hand. There is my fish trying to bite it. He's due for a water change. Sorry about the chunks. But he's a good boy. Aren't you, Perps? Perps would like to bite me. Purple has no intention of letting me touch him and twirl him and fondle his hump. You'll see that on video sometimes. Purple is not that kind of fish. He wants nothing more than to strip all the flesh off of my bones and laugh. And just laugh as the rest rots on the floor. And that's it. That's Purple's desire. So we don't stick our hands in the tank and play with Purple. Not because we had concern for his slime coat or anything like that. It's just because we have concern for our fingers. Yeah, we do. So let's go on to Vieja synspilum, or Paranitropolis synspilum, or I don't know, or redheaded cichlids, or you can just call them Fred. I don't care. I have 3 in here. One I purchased, one I purchased, 2 are rescues. And they chill out in this tank okay together for the most part. I have yet to vent them, but that's definitely something we're going to put on the menu. But I'm just letting them acclimate. I got to paint the back of this tank and kind of finish this. I got them in here and just sort of called it good. But alas, it is not good. It's partial. Partial sucks. So anyway, so that's the Vieja synspilum. I think I might keep calling them that. I hope it isn't wrong. But they're beautiful fish. I don't want to get too close because they are a little sketchy. Little sketchy. That one's got a little scar on his head because they jump. They don't like, they want to bolt. And so that's how that happens. So that's those fish. That's purple. There's 55. Those are guppies. That is brackish. Those are 2 large tanks full of fish. What I'm going to be doing here in the next couple days is I'm going to take Bash down. He's going to go down here. I'm going to take everything down here and move it up because the top tank gets a little bit better filtration, and I don't see why Bash alone gets all that filtration when I have all those poopers right there, including plecos. So we're going to switch that around, and I hope that that will be a positive thing. In the meantime, I hope your weekend goes well, everybody. Jeff B., I'll see you soon.